It's a Tetsamok. Surprise! You lose. Pass the turn. All right, rough drafts time. We are playing some Rivals of Ixalan, heading into the new set, and we'll see how this goes. I've tried a couple drafts so far, have not opened well. Oh my god, we got a Tetsamok. Okay, things are looking up. Things are looking up. I was gonna say, I've tried a couple drafts so far, have not opened well, have not won it all, but then we opened, I think, the single best card in the entire set for limited. Tetsamok Primal Death. It just rests the board. It does something when you don't have anything to play with your mana. It's unpassable. Pack one, pick one. I think this is the card you want to open most out of the entire set. Maybe there's some of the mythics are close, but seriously, you don't have to be in a tribe for it to be good. It is an Ultra Bomb. Otherwise, Revambush is a fine removal spell. It won't come back, I don't think. Moment of Craving, also a good removal spell, so we're passing two good removal spells, which is not ideal. Then there's like some Pirates. Hardy Veteran's a okay 2-drop, although it's not really tribal. Jade Bear is good for aggressive merfolk, but yeah, we're taking Tetsi. Ooh, the Immortal Sun. It's expensive, but it does a lot of things. Shuts down planeswalkers, draws us extra cards. Spells cost one less to cast. Creatures get +1/+1. I'm tempted to just slam it because it's sweet, and because we'll probably play it on like against the odds eventually. Also, there's not a good black card in this deck, in this pack. Dark Inquiry is fine as a sideboard option to deal with opposing bombs. Otherwise, we're dipping into another color. Spire Windrider. Someone's going to have two Relentless Raptors, most likely. Another Jade Bearer. So maybe people are taking Merfolk, but yeah, alright, we're taking Immortal Sun. We're taking Immortal Sun, we'll see what happens. Ooh, alright, we get our black removal spells back. Revambush or Moment of Craving. And I almost think Moment of Craving is just better. Otherwise, there's some good vampires. White-black is a good color combination for vampires. Forerunner is good in dinosaurs, but, well, I guess it tutors up our Tetsamok. Jund Dinosaurs is weird, though. Other than Tetsamok, black isn't really a dinosaur color, and we got two good removal spells. I think we're going to take... we're going to take Moment of Craving. This format is so fast that I really want to have removal for the early game. Now we get some blue Ascend cards, if we're going to try to go like blue-black control. Dust Charger is kind of mediocre, but it is a black card. Divine Verdict is more removal. And like I said, white-black vampires could be a good color combination. So I think we go into blue for one of the Ascend cards, or we just have to take Dusk Charger, which is, I mean, it's not great. Jungleborn Pioneer puts two bodies on the battlefield. This is double blue. Blue-black control is not like a common archetype. Let's take Dust Charger and just start taking black cards. All right, now we get a Dusk Legion Zealot, which is good. That's a very good black card. It comes down early. It draws us a card. Sky Marcher Aspirant is a pretty good vampire 1-drop. Bass's Bounty I don't think is really playable in Limited. We're going to take the only black card here. Another Secrets of the Golden City. So maybe those wheel and we end up moving towards blue-black. Okay. So now we get a bunch of green cards. Hardy Veteran. The upside of green is it is good for ramping us into Immortal Sun and Tetsamok. We get like the enchantment ramp. We get random dinosaur ramp like Thunderherd Migration. So we could start taking green cards. Only black card is Grasping Scoundrels, which, I mean, it's fine. It's only a 1/1 on defense, though, and we're trying to get to like these Tetsamoks and whatnot. I think we're just going to take Hardy Veteran. We want to have a lot of 2-drops. Ooh. Well, there's Conquistador coming around late. I don't think World Shaper is especially playable. I mean, it's a hill giant, I guess. Aquatic Incursion puts 3 permanents on the battlefield for Ascend, which is nice, but it's not super powerful. I'm going to take Conquistador here, I think. And we'll see. We could end up being like white-black with some vampire synergies. We could be green-black, just kind of dinosaur-y ramp Tetsamok, Immortal Sun. We definitely want to make sure we can try to survive. That's our main goal, and that is a hard goal in Rivals of Ixalan from what I've seen. It's so aggressive. Blocking is hard and challenging. Oh man, another Dusk Legion Zealot. Well, that is 10 out of 10 pick. That is exactly what we want. Worth being aware, Soul of the Rapids, super obnoxious, probably going to lose to that if we run into it. But we'll take another Dusk Legion Zealot. So right now we're basically mono black with one green card and one white card. So we could go into either of these colors or none of those colors. Divine Verdict is kind of meh. I'm going to take a Valving Wilds, I think. Valving Wilds gives us some good fixing. Unlikely that we're actually mono black. We're going to be splashing something. A Valving Wilds makes that easy. We are also going to want to have a lot of black mana for this Tetsamok, so we can put a bunch of counters on things and win that way. So far, I'm not unhappy with this deck. I mean, we have Tetsamok, and Immortal Sun's going to be interesting, at least. Orazka Relic ramps us towards Immortal Sun. Growing Armasaur is big. I think we take Dark Inquiry, though. I think Dark Inquiry, I don't think we'll main deck it, but if we run into an opponent with Tetsamok or something, then this is a really key sideboard cards. There are a reasonable number of somewhat unbeatable bombs in in Rivals of Ixalan Limited. Ooh. Well, alright, we'll take another Conquistador. So maybe we're heading towards white-black vampires with Tetsamok. We do have 4 vampires. We don't really have any vampire payoffs. But Conquistador's tabling is maybe a sign. They also do work pretty well with getting Ascend, because they give us multiple bodies. Dusk Legion Zealot is also helpful there, so maybe like white-black Ascend vampires to turn on our horse. Although the payoff isn't that huge. Well, we're going to take Secrets of the Golden City, because I cannot resist drawing cards. Brass's Bounty for against odds, Strider Harness. Well, Strider Harness is playable in Limited. Brass's Bounty, I expect that we will definitely play it for against odds, but not really Limited playable. Take the non-land, take the land. Okay, so I mean, I think this is where we're at right now. We could switch to green, we could switch to blue. Right now, we're heading towards black-white, though. And Champion of Dusk. When it enters the battlefield, draw X, lose X, where X is... Oh my God, but there's a Chupacabra. Well, Champion of Dusk would be super sweet. We do have a lot of vampires, but Chupacabra is just... It is the literal nuts. I decided that Tetsamok is the card you want to open most. Chupacabra might actually be better. I don't think it's actually better, but it's surprisingly close for this little uncommon. So who knows if no one is playing vampires? Maybe Champion of Dusk comes back. We can't pass Chupacabra though. Dust Charger probably will come back because it's kind of so. Dinosaur Hunter would be happy to have just as a random 2-drop, but we're taking the chooping it up. That's good. Man, it would be sweet if we actually could be mono black. Waken Amalgam, I think, is just absolutely horrible. Another Conquistador, Luminous Bonds. The Conquistador tabled last time. Are we greedy enough to just hope that that happens again? Because Luminous Bonds is better, but the more Conquistadors, the more value they give. Squire's Devotion is also fine. I guess we just take Luminous Bonds. I guess we take more Luminous Bonds. There's also a black-white duel that we could get back. We might play Sky Marcher Aspirant if it comes back. Well, so far we're like a black-white control vampire deck, which, interesting. Now we get, I guess, Moment of Craving. Moment of Craving seems pretty good. Dinosaur Hunter, I do also like. Silent Gravestone is not playable. This thing, you gotta have dinosaurs for it to really be worth it, and even then, it's kind of so-so. We'll just take Moment of Craving. Now we get not much of anything for our black-white deck. Only black or white card is Cleansing Ray, which, I mean, I guess we could take as a sideboard card. If we're splashing, there's like Amnesia, Sailor of Means is good, but I don't think we want to splash. I do love me some draw 3 for 3, but I don't think we can actually go that way. Man, there's another one, and no black cards again? I'm not sure that Blazing Hope is actually playable in most decks. We could use more creatures. We only have 7 creatures. I guess we take Blazing Hope, though, and hope we get back some of those, like, Dinosaur Hunters and stuff. So far, we have 12 playables. Although, for the most part, those playables are pretty high quality. I mean, Dusk Legion Zealot's good. Moment of Craving is usually good. Conquistador, probably one of our worst cards, but it's still fine. Luminous Bond's good. Dust Charger, eh. Chupacabra, insane. Tetsamok, even more insane than Chupacabra somehow, which is saying a lot. And Immortal Sun is more speculative, but it seems sweet. It has a lot of text on it. If we live long enough to resolve it, it's probably good. Okay. So there's just not everything coming around is Merfolk. So apparently we're getting cut on black and white cards and vampire cards going this direction. Merfolk Rare, which is actually a really strong Merfolk Rare. Merfolk Tutor, another okay Merfolk. So apparently no one's just drafting Merfolk. I guess we take the black card. This is making me think that the Dinosaur Hunters might not come back around. Sphinx's Decree, not playable. Spell from Orazka, we'd have to splash it. Freebooter, meh, I don't really want... we'll take another Dark Inquiry. So my worry now is while our cards are very high powered, we're a little short in playables from just an absolute perspective. We need like 10 more playables heading into the last pack, or we're going to have to start to play some kind of questionable stuff. We'll take Dust Charger, just as filler 4-drop. It's fine. Better if we ascend. Maybe a Dinosaur Hunter or Conquistador comes back, but I'm kind of skeptical now after we got all those packs with no black or white cards. It feels like someone this direction is actually taking the vampire / black white cards. Hopefully it's open the other direction though. Oh my goodness. All right, take Sailor means. I mean, we could splash something if we really had to. We would rather not. Man, blue is pretty open. Take Crash of Tides. Take Spy. Yeah. We're getting cut pretty severely this direction, which is weird because black-white vampires seem so open in pack 1. Take another... Wow, blue and green is just... It is so open. Well, we might end up just splashing Sailor of Means, honestly. We have an Evolving Wilds. We have 2 Sailor of Means. So worst case, if we are stuck on playables, we can go something like this. Rare is Drowned Catacombs, which would help with our splash. 2-drop Vampire. Kind of filler 2-drop Vampire, but it is a 2-drop, and it's on color. Queen Bay Soldiers, kind of same. Conquistador is good, but I think it's a little more aggressive than we're hoping to be. I don't think a 1-2 for 1 is actually super helpful for us. If we're really sold on splashing, there's an argument for just taking Drowned Catacombs and improving our mana. I would rather not splash if we had the option, but I would also rather not pick Bishop Soldier first pick. No good options, but I think that's what we're doing. Take Bishop Soldier. Oh man, Ripjaw Raptor. Nothing. Well, maybe these packs are just not good for us because there's no black card. This is pack 2, and no one took a rare or an uncommon, so someone took a common out of this pack. Past all the dinosaurs, past the good Merfolk uncommon, we literally have no playables. The only card in our colors is Encampment Keeper. I'm going to take Ripjaw Raptor. I don't want to play against it. Probably worth something. So we'll take it. This is slightly better. Ruthless Knave is kind of sweet. Helps us ramp into like our Tetsamok and stuff. Also, a 3-2 for 3 is fine. We're not that tribally focused. Territorial Hammer Skull is a better aggressive card. Aegisaur is fine. We're going to take Ruthless Knave, I think. There was an Unknown Shores in that pack. It's worth keeping in mind. Oh, all right. Well, we'll take 3rd Conquistador. I wouldn't mind getting like an Unknown Shores for potential splashing if we have to. All right, now we get not a whole lot. I don't think we can revel in riches. We do have a Ruthless Knave. But that's asking a lot for, especially with our removal being Luminous Bonds primarily. We do have Chupacabra, but I guess we can take this thing. It's not great by any stretch of the imagination, but it's on color. It is semi-playable. We can take Slash of Talons, I guess, or the Shining Aerosaur. Which is better? We're up to 13 creatures, which is improving. Hopefully our draws are good. We have 2 Moment of Craving. Let's take the Aerosaur. We have a couple of early game removal spells, couple of mid game removal spells. Great mid to late game removal spell, and Tetsamok. This actually wrecks our deck, unfortunately. It is a 2-drop that we could play, and it might hurt our opponent, but it shuts down Dusk Legion Zealot, shuts down Tetsamok, shuts down Chupacabra, shuts down Conquistador. So I don't think we can actually play it. I think we're going to take Sailor of Means just in case we're really doing the put all the Sailor of Means in our deck because we don't have enough playable thing. I guess we take Petrodon Knight or March of the Drown. March of the Drown to get back Chupacabra's sweet. We don't really have Pirate, so it's just getting back 1. But maybe it's still fine? I mean, I guess this is a Pirate. But getting back... Alright, let's take March of the Drown. This is good on defense, although blocking is not easy in this format. We'll take the Heartless Pillage. So I like the power level of our deck in general, but we're coming up just short on playable, so we're going to have to figure that out. We'll take Golden Sentinel, since theoretically it could go in our deck. It's not good, but if we just need playables and we're trying to stick to black-white, which we might be. So, like, if we're sticking to black-white, we're probably playing, like, a Dark Inquiry. We're playing a Gilded Sentinel. We'll take the white card. A Gilded Sentinel and Looming Aerosaur. Altasaur. Hopefully not that. Huh. That's 22. Also includes a Grasping Scoundrel that I don't especially want in our deck. We'll take Deep Root Waters so we don't get wrecked by it. What is our last card if we're sticking to... I mean, I guess Sheltering Light? It's not good, but it is a card. So I guess this would be our black-white deck. There's another Sentinel. We could just keep playing Sentinels, I guess. The problem with these type of cards is they just get trumped by dinosaurs so quickly. So I guess this would be our black-white deck. The upside of playing this build is we lose out on the problems that come with splashing. I guess we could play Heartless Pillage. Maybe that's just better than another Gilded Sentinel. 2 discard spells. I mean, it's always a Mind Rot. And then maybe it has upside if we happen to attack. So maybe we go like this. I also don't really like Grasping Scoundrels. I mean, this deck seems reasonable. It's not super aggressive. We have good removal, though. We have some sneaky card advantage. We have Immortal Sun, and Tetsamok, and Choops. Choops Magoops. I mean, the other plan would be to, like, cut some of the worst black cards. I really don't want to splash. Something like this, and bring in a bunch more 3-drops and Sailor of Means, I guess. I think we're going to start with just white-black. I think that's what we're going to do. Do we want Grasping Scoundrel? I guess it's fine. It's not good. I guess we're going to run it like this. Add the lands. 11, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I guess we only ever need 1 white source to really cast our stuff. 2 if we want to, like, double Conquistador. Alright, I think we're going to try it like this. We can go to the blue plan if we decide this isn't working, but we got a bomb. That's important, and some other strong cards. So we'll see. Maybe this can work. Alright, be right back with round number 1 of our Rivals of Ixalan Rough Drafts. Alright, back here with round number 1 of our Rivals of Ixalan Rough Drafts. And we got a Tetsamok in our opening hand. That's all we need. That's all that matters. As long as we hit our land drops. Or even just like Ruthless Knave sack it. Let's play a Swamp. And we'll just pass the turn. Opponent. Foul Orchard. Alright, that's not a land. Well, pass the turn. Mountain. Opponent's playing Jund. Sun Collar Raptor. Yeah, let's just kill it. Go up to 22. Land, please. Alright. Well, play Ruthless Knave. Pass the turn. Another mountain for our opponent. And Ravenous Daggertooth. There's our plains. Well, let's Conquistador. Tutor up our Conquistadors. This also increases our odds of drawing lands, and then, well, alright, opponent. It's a Tetsamok. Surprise! You lose. Oh, pass the turn. Oh, it's brutal. It is brutal. I'm glad we are on the giving end of this Tetsamok and not the receiving end. Tetsamok, so good, even turns other dinosaurs into prey. Foul Orchard. Opponent's got the mana fixin'. Alright, kills our Ruthless Knave. Sure. And passes. Well, let's get in with Conquistador, I think. Opponent takes it. Yeah, let's Conquistador. No Conquistadors left. And then, I kind of want to troll and just keep adding counters to that Dagger Tooth, but we should probably leave up mana to bluff another Moment of Craving or something. Opponent plays a land. Brazen Freebooter. That'll look good with a prey counter on it. Opponent passes. Well, let's see Sunrise Seeker. See if we can draw a land. Play the plains. Pass the turn. Well, we're getting close to Tetsamok time. Opponent, more manas. Kills our Seeker. No attacks. Oh, Choops too. Well, I think we want to save Choops for after we Tetsamok. Let's Dark Inquiry. Make sure there's no bombs in our opponent's hand. Yeah, we'll just take Shake the Foundation since it draws a card. Repeating Barrage is annoying. Well, let's reveal Tetsamok. Pass the turn. Next turn might be the Tetsamok turn. So our opponent can't attack and get back this Repeating Barrage. No attacks. We draw plains. Yeah. Well, let's Tetsamok. Blow up our opponent's board. Get in with our Conquistadors. Then our very sad opponent is going to try to play that Dinosaur to stabilize, and then we're going to Chupacabra them, and then they're going to concede the game in Rage. Because that's how Rivals of Ixalan Limited works. You just want to be the one, every once in a while, it's nice to be the one that's making the opponent concede in Rage, rather than the one that's conceding in Rage. Yep, there's a huge dinosaur. And a land. Now we play Chupacabra and our opponent cries. Yeah, Choop you? Choops Magoobs? Oh, that went exactly as how we predicted it. Yeah, we got some decent Magic cards for limited. Tetsamok and Chupacabra. Well, sorry opponent. We got those cards. We opened them, and we drafted them. I don't know if we change anything. I don't think Cleansing Ray does much. Sheltering Light is actually probably fine based on the removal we saw. Probably better than Grasping Scoundrel. So let's bring in the Sheltering Light and then just run it back. Run it back. Opponent's probably going to try to bring in discard to deal with Tetsamok if they have some in their sideboard. That's the value of something like Dark Inquiry is. It is good at stopping Tetsamok and other just unbeatable bombs, which do happen. Alright. No bombs, but we got some removal to stay alive, and we'll draw into our big stuff eventually. 4 is for our opponent. Well, there's Choops. That's a good one. We can just kill everything. Mountain. Opponent passing. I'll play the plains. Pass the turn. If our opponent plays a 3-drop, we can Moment of Craving. That would be sweet. Yeah, that does not count. Alright. Ranging Raptors. Well, play the plains, and let's just Dark Inquiry. Frilled Deathspitter. Crested Herd Caller. Shake the Foundations. Thrashing Raptors. I don't want our opponent ramping with this. Crested Herd Caller is annoying. That's a lot of bodies. Alright, let's just take the Herd Caller and hope our opponent's greedy and tries to get down this Frilled Deathspitter before they cast Shake the Foundations. Crested Herd Caller is pretty good against our removal anyway. Opponent gets in with the Ranging Raptor. Down to 18. Alright, there's Frilled Deathspitter. So play the Swamp. And let's just get down Chupacabra. Kill Ranging Raptors. Pass the turn. Opponent passes. Ooh, March of the Drown is sweet. We're missing lands a bit. Well, let's attack with Chupacabra, because we can March of the Drown it back, and that's a great March of the Drown target. Opponent takes it. Well, let's Gilded Sentinel. Pass the turn. Opponent still not casting Shake the Foundation. Interesting. I figured they would want to cycle that. Alright, they have Bombard. That's fine. Opponent gets in with Frilled Death Spitter. Down to 15. Sunrise Seeker. Well, get in with Chupacabra. Yeah, let's just kill that thing. Gain a couple life. Pass the turn. Alright. Menacing thing. Well, get in with Chupacabra. Opponent takes it. Now that they played this thing, they can't really play their Shake the Foundations or they just kill it. Opponent. Target creature. Uh-oh. I don't like this card. How do we know? I guess they're killing Ruthless Knave. Let's Sheltering Light. Hopefully, we can't actually see which direction this is going. We'll keep Dusk Legion Zealot. Save Ruthless Knave. Opponent. No attacks. We'll play Dusk Legion Zealot. See if we can draw into a land. There's a land. Get in with Choops Magoops. We're probably going to turn Chupacabra into treasures with Ruthless Knave. Alright, or our opponent blocks it. That's fine too. Pass the turn. I guess our opponent wants to trade because of Shake the Foundation. There's a land. And Thrashing Raptors. Well, let's sack Dusk Legion Zealot. Get some treasure. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Well, let's Luminous Bonds. Get in with Ruthless Knave. And then get back Ravenous Chupacabra. Pass the turn. I feel like we're in great shape now. Opponent. There's the Shake the Foundation. Gotta draw that card. Plays a land. Alright. And passes. Ooh, Heartless Pillage. Well, get in with Ruthless Knave. And I guess we just Sunrise Seeker. Yeah, we'll keep Conquistador. Pass the turn. And we haven't done anything super bomby, but our opponent's draw has been a bit clunky, and Chupacabra X2, along with our other removal, has been pretty good. Alright, there's the Armasaur. Yeah, we'll just Chupacabra it. Kill the Armasaur. Get in with our creatures. Opponent down to 1. We're so close. And then I think we just, to make doubly sure, sack our treasures, Heartless Pillage, get our opponent empty-handed. We get back one of our treasures. And opponent scoops it up. Sweet. Well, that was what you're trying to do. That was by far the best luck I've had in any single game of Rivals of Ixalan Limited. Alright, back here with round number 2 of our Rivals of Ixalan Rough Drafts, and we'll keep this. We got a pretty good curve, and, Chupacabra. Let's play our Swamp. Pass the turn. 4 is for our opponent. Well, let's Plains. Get down our Dusk Legion Zealot. Start drawing some cards. More swamps. Well, would love to find the Mortal Sun with this hand. Whew, that would be some value. Another 4 is for our opponent. And Deeproot Warrior. Well, I guess we just kill that. Play a swamp. Get in with our Dusk Legion Zealot. And pass the turn. We have a hand that can just kind of kill everything. And that's even without Tetsamag. Opponent. Ixalan's Diviner. Gonna go exploring. Azakan Seer. Yeah, they mill that. Opponent's trying to find lands. We'll play the Swamp, and I think we just... yeah, let's Chupacabra. Kill the blocker. Force our advantage as much as possible. Opponent down to 18. With our opponent missing lands, like, we don't have a great deck for just punishing our opponent for that, but we can do what we can. Opponent's a mountain. They're playing 3 colors. Deeproot Elite. And Jade Bearer. Well, that is temporarily annoying. Opponent passes. Well, let's play Dust Charger. Play the Swamp. Pass the turn. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So we should get City's Blessing next turn. Jeez, opponent. They are not merfolking around. Pumps the dorks. Passes. Tetsamok? Ooh, Conquistador. Well, play the Swamp. Play Ruthless Knave. Get the City's Blessing. Get in with Dust Charger. Opponent takes it. And yeah, we're just going to pass. We're going to pass and try to, like, block sack, most likely. Oh my god, another Jungleborn Pioneer. Where's our Tetsamok? Yep, pumps. Growing the Deep-Root Elite. No attacks. Alright, well, we'll untap. More lands. Let's Luminous Bonds. Get in with Dust Charger. Opponent blocks. And blocks, yeah, so we kill a Jungleborn Pioneer. Play a land. Oh, if we ever find Tetsamok. Hopefully our opponent runs out of Merfolk. They're playing 3 colors. The odds of that... Oh my goodness! Oh my god. Okay. Apparently our opponent has lots of Jungleborn Pioneers. Today we learned. And they have the Merfolk Lord. Why is our opponent playing this horrible... I don't understand. I do not understand. Opponent attacks. Well, we are going to Dusk Legion Zealot block. And get some treasure. We draw Tetsamok. Plains. Well, play the Plains. Play Conquistador. Surge up our Conquistadors. Play Conquistador. No more Conquistadors. Pass the turn. We really need this Tetsamok. Oh, I don't know about this deck of our opponents. This draw is really ridiculous. Immortal Sun? Dark Inquiry. Well, we'll cast it. Ooh, opponent. Scare! Oh, did they scoop because we're laughing at their deck? Oh my god, I think they did. Because they're actually in a winning position. I think, is that the embarrassed that I'm playing aggro Merfolk and have Zakama in hand scoop? I think we just got the free scoop because our opponent was embarrassed of their hand. Because they're beating us on board. They're just playing all these Merfolk. But it does look a little funny to have like 1-drop Merfolk, Merfolk Lord, 3 Jungleborn Pioneers, and then Zakama in hand. Oh my god. I guess we should have this Evolving Wilds in our deck. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Well, if you open a Zakama, you go for it, I guess. Don't worry about the consequences later. Oh man, we actually have Immortal Sun. First time we've drawn Immortal Sun. 4 is for our opponent. Oh, and there's Sexy Texy. Plains for our opponent. And Deep-Root Elite. Well, we are going to kill that because that is getting out of control pretty fast. Play the Plains. Moment of Craving. Pass the turn. Well, we got our bombs. We might just play this Ruthless Knave so we can sacrifice it and get to Immortal Sun quicker. Ooh, Legion's Landing. Nothing goes with a Zakama like a Legion's Landing. Well, play the Swamp and get down Ruthless Knave. Pass the turn. I still can't believe our opponent scooped. There's a Mountain. Opponent. Jungleborn Pioneer. Yep. And passes. We draw a Swamp. How worried are we about our opponent flipping? It is annoying. Yeah, let's Luminous Bonds. And then, I guess we're going to let our opponent know what's happening. Pray counter your Vampire. Pass the turn. 4 is for our opponent. And Dire Fleet. Ugh! For our Moment of Craving. That's actually annoying. Yep. Alright, opponent. Kills our thing. Gets in for 2. Well, play the swamp. And yeah, we're going to Sunrise Seeker. Explore into a land, pass the turn. So our opponent can flip this Legion's Landing. And it looks like they're going to. Or not. Well, in that case, we'll take 2. I'm not gonna risk losing this Sunrise Seeker at the moment. Opponent's still a bit away from Zakama. Just a smidge. Pirates Pillage, draw some cards, get some treasure. Alright, play the swamp, and yeah, we're going to Immortal Sun. Get in with our Sunrise Seeker. Well, we finally got the Immortal Sun on the battlefield. Opponent takes it. Down to 19. Mountain. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. They can flip Legion's Landing for 8. They're getting close to Zakama. Flips. Actually, we'll kill the Hexproof Dork. Opponent has Divine Verdict. Alright. Well, down to 16. If they actually have Zakama to blow up our Immortal Sun, I will be a little disappointed. Ixalan's Diviner goes exploring. Colossal Dreadmaw. Mills it. I think they have Zakama in hand. Discard, please. We draw an extra card. Land. Well, play Conquistador. Oh, our creatures cost 1 less to cast? Good God. Play Conquistador. Tutor up our Conquistadors. Play a Plains. Play a Conquistador. No more tutoring. And then I guess we just Tetsamok a bit. Counter on you. Counter on you. Counter on you. Counter on everything. Pass the turn. See if our opponent gets to Zakama us. The good news is if they Zakama us, we still get to Tetsamok them. And there's Zakama. Opponent goes attacking. Well, we're going to block. If our opponent wants to use tricks, that means they're not Zakamaing. And that gives us another turn to draw into. And our opponent scoops it up. All right. I don't know how we got there, but we got there. We'll take it. Opponent scoops even earlier than we do. Oh, all right, we're good. We would have drawn Dark Inquiry next turn off of our Immortal Sun to make sure we don't get Zakama'd, and then we'd be good. Well, on to the finals. On to the finals somehow. All right, on to the last round of our Rivals of Ixalan Rough Drafts, and this isn't an exciting hand, but we'll keep it. Play a Swamp. Pass the turn. Swamp for our opponent. Well, play the Plains. Is this the Setsi Tetsi Mirror? Dusk Legion Zealot. This looks a lot like our deck. Opponent passes. Play the Swamp. Ship the turn. Don't really want to just kill this Dusk Legion Zealot. Plains for our opponent. Getting in. We had Dusk Legion Zealot. Sure. Down to 19. And we can't actually Moment of Craving that, unfortunately. Well, play the Plains and get down Gilded Sentinel. It's so bad, but you got to do what you got to do to fill out the curve. Swamp for our opponent. Opponent. It's in with the flyer. Yep, we'll take it. Down to 17. And Paladin of the Bloodstained. Well, play the Swamp, and let's just Shining Areosaur. Ship the turn. Next turn, we can start killing things. Opponent has a Luminous Bonds. Alright. Gets in. Well, we're going to take it for now. Down to 12. Opponent passes. Well, let's Luminous Bonds the flyer. Yeah, and then we'll just pass. Actually, let's just do this now. Let's Moment of Craving. Pass the turn. Haven't found any bombs yet. No Choops. No Tetsamok. Another Sky Marcher. Opponent passes. We draw a Swamp. Well, that's Luminous Bonds. Play a Swamp. Yeah, I guess we're just going to Heartless Pillage right now. We should be getting 2 spells, since they missed their land drop. I think. I hope. Yep. Mark of the Vampire, Sanguine Glorifier. Jeez. If those are the cards they discarded. Voracious Vampire. Pumps the Vampire. So we need one of our bombs, I think. Gets in for 2 with the menacing lifelinker. Down to 12. Opponent passes. Well, there's Grasping Scoundrel. We got you now. Pass the turn. That is the exact opposite of our bomb. Probably the worst card in our deck. Kills the Gilded Sentinel. Big attack. Well, let's kill the lifelinker. Down to 9. Come on, big draw. Big draw. Plains. Alright. This feels bad, but March of the Drowned Gilded Sentinel. Play Gilded Sentinel. Pass the turn. We're trying to stay alive. Opponent gets in with the Menacer. Cannot stop it at the moment. Down to 7. Raider's Wake. Down to 5. Oh, boy. I guess we should have played that card. Play the Swamp. Yikes. I think we're in trouble. We are in much trouble. Swamp for our opponent. We can't stop this Menace creature. And we haven't drawn any of our good cards. I guess there's only so many good cards in our deck, but opponent hits us down to 3. We play more swamps, pass the turn. Yeah, this has not gone well. We have drawn not much action. And now we have very limited number of things that actually even give us a chance here. Opponent hits us down to 1. Yep. Opponent passes, and it's a Plains. All right. Well, no Tetsamog. None of our good cards in that one. Okay. Yeah. Well, sometimes you draw them, sometimes you don't. Well, we can bring in Cleansing Ray. Cleansing Ray is pretty awesome. Go down this Grasping Scoundrel, which is pretty horrible. And maybe Sheltering Light over... I don't even know what would it go over, though. Heartless Pillage? Yeah, let's try it like that. We get to play first. And, alright. I mean, this hand's a bit slow, but we do have Chupacabra, which is good. And Dust Charger, which is a magic card. Opponent. Swamp Go. Play the Plains, pass the turn. Plains for our opponent. And Dusk Legion Zealot. Gonna draw a card. We could use our Dusk Legion Zealots. Well, play the Swamp, and let's just Dark Inquiry, see what's in our opponent's hand. Many, many vampires and removal spells. Well, I don't think we can really fight the removal spells, so we're going to take, I guess, Voracious Vampire. Pass the turn. So opponent's 3 removal spells, 2 vampires, or 1 vampire, but it makes 2 vampires. Opponent gets in with Dusk Legion Zealot. Yep. Down to 19. Play the Swamp, and let's just Bishop Soldier. Start eating those removal spells. Pass the turn. Opponent plays the Plains. And Luminous Bonds. Removal spell, 1 of 3. Opponent gets in. Well, we will take it. Down to 18. Immortal Sun. We're getting to that point of the game. Oh, it's a Tetsamok. Well, play the Swamp. Play Dust Charger. And pass the turn. I don't really want to reveal Tetsamok yet. I think we have time. And once our opponent knows about it, they'll probably play around it. Another land for our opponent. We also got to be careful about holding something in hand to discard to Raider's Wake. Another Luminous Bonds. Alright, we're slowly eating through the removal spells. Opponent gets in, 4-1. Down to 17. Well, let's Chupacabra. Definitely not full value, but... Kill the Dusk Legion Zealot. We'd like to get rid of the last removal spell before Tetsamoking. The Impale. Alright, there's the Paladin of the Bloodstain. Opponent passes. Well, reveal Tetsamok. Reveal Tetsamok. Play the Plains, blast the turn. We've drawn a million lands, but we've also drawn a Tetsamok. Opponent goes attacking. Well, we're going to block the Vampire. Alright, opponent has Skullduggery. Yep. Could use our Immortal Sun. Opponent passes. Oh my god, deck. Ugh, that's 10 lands out of 14 cards. That's a huge, huge number. So we can play Tetsamok. The problem is our opponent just kills it, but we probably have to do that, unfortunately. Yeah. Cast Tetsamok. Play a Swamp. Pass the turn. Hope that we've got all these lands out of the way and we start drawing our good cards. There's the removal. Yep. Opponent passes. Play the plains. Pass the turn. So now we're in this weird spot where we want to make sure we're empty-handed enough if our opponent finds another paladin. All right. Well, we're just going to kill that. Opponent gets the lifelinker. Immortal Sun? Oh my goodness, deck. Play the swamp, pass the turn. Woo! Boy, oh boy, oh boy. This is not how we imagine this going. We imagine even just like our Dusk Legion Zealots, something to start cycling through our deck. Conquistador gets us a bunch of Conquistadors. Immortal Sun starts drawing cards. Opponent gets in. But right now we've just drawn infinite lands. Alright, there's Dusk Legion Zealot. Draw a card. And, yeah, we'll just pass. We're probably going to use this Sheltering Light to scry at some point. Opponent goes attacking. Well, block the Vampire. And Sheltering Light. Swamp definitely to the bottom. We do not need more of those. Down to 11. Sky Marcher. Does have flying. And another flyer. Uh-oh. Oh my goodness, deck. Play the plains. Well, we're in trouble. Opponent gets in. Hits us. I think we got to draw March of the Drown this turn. We've just... Dusk Legion Zealot. Wow! Alright. And yeah, we're dead, unfortunately. Play the plains. So we just had 13 of our 17 lands in our top 22. Because we scryed one to the bottom, too, remember? And we've drawn 12, which is... That is a really high number. Opponent goes attacking. They have removal. Yeah, that does it. Well, even Tetsamok can be defeated by the magic gods. Wow, that was a sad way for that to go out. Opponent's deck had a solid vampire deck, but yeah, we had Tetsamok. We just, yeah, the double flood, the classic double flood in the finals. Yeah, well, I have to say, that's by far the best experience I've had in Rivals of Ixalan Draft. Usually this just happens in round one. Thanks for watching the video. If you enjoyed it, help us out by clicking that like button down below. And to keep up on all the latest and greatest, click that subscribe button. And don't forget to hit that bell icon to get alerts whenever we have new videos. And if you want to,